Allora, carissime e carissimi,
So, dearest everyone,
come sentite
as you can hear from the applause, you are all connected with the hall at the center of the movement, where we are concluding the meeting of the delegates of the zones, and where we are very happy. We are all very happy to greet you all over the world. Really, it's a moment in which personally I feel very moved, because from all over the world there is someone who is listening to this link up, and they are in unity with all of us. So what can we tell you? I will speak. We cannot not all speak, but what I tell you is also on behalf of everyone. So first of all, thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for the messages assuring unity that you have sent, for the album with the photos, with all the initiatives that you have gathered together to tell us about, and all the gifts and the letters, but also for all the many prayers and sufferings that have been offered for so many illnesses and even deaths, persons who are dear to us who passed away during this period, and have offered for the progress of the movements, that this meeting may bring about fruit for the movements all over the world. Up until yesterday we heard of a Focolarino of the zone center of Argentina who unexpectedly passed away, and then we also heard of 2 Gen 3, Gen 4 of the Central Africa who lost their lives with their mother because of a road accident. So there were really many coins but also God has brought about a lot of fruits. And I don't want to give an updating of the meeting, because you have received them during this month by the team who has sent you the news, and you have answered from all over the world how much you felt not updated but present here. And this is very true. We really felt it as well. And then I won't give you updating, because the delegates are returning home in a few days, and they will be the ones who will bring you the reality of what we have lived in these days. So thank you, especially for your life that has reached us through the delegates of the movement. It's a life that we felt that was full, wonderful, rich, and in continuous development on all fronts. Especially we felt that during this whole year there really was an increasing growth in unity on all levels, in the focolares, in the councils, between the generations, unity between the laity and the priests in the communities. Everywhere there was unity, and this increase in unity seemed as it made the light of spirituality shine a little more. And so this light was put on the lampstand. So it intensified the atmosphere of holiness, which we wanted to bring ahead, that we talked about last year. And from this light that has irradiated all over the place and spread even wider, there was also many personalities, authorities, religious and civil authorities who have seen it and have shown their support and gratitude for everything that the movements in the world has done during this year, and opening up also new fields and perspectives which are always wider. So for all of this, what can I say? What can we say? We must only be thankful to God, thankful to Chiara and to all of you, each one of you. And now a new year begins, a new year that we have said, teaching us another point of the spirituality, which is the year of the Word of God. And what do we expect from this? Everything and more. Always going ahead. Chiara has taken us all by the hand at the beginning of this meeting and has led us with her to rediscover the scriptures as the only light that illuminated that dark basement, that dark cellar in which they took refuge with the first Focolini to shelter themselves from the bombs during the war. Even today, in many parts of the world, there is the war. The war still exists. There are still people who are dying and who are injured because of all these conflicts, but also where there are no weapons, where there are no bombs and the weapons are not dominating, there are other bombings which threat our ideal and our lives. especially our ideal life. And we have recognized them in these days in this meeting with the delegates of the zone. We have recognized many things that wanted to suffocate our lives, and there are egoisms, relativism, and many evils that we see in the world, that we all see, and against which we want to fight against all of these things. But the first thing, we also want to shelter ourselves, as Chiara and the first companions did, to defend ourselves from this. And where do we shelter ourselves? In the gospel, remaining in that dark cellar, because God does not ask us, Jesus did not ask the Father to take us away from the world, but to leave us in the world. So we remain in this dark cellar, but in our hands we have what Chiara had as she was with her first companions, and Chiara has put it back to us in our hands, and that is the gospel. I'm sure you all have a gospel in your homes. Each one, I'm sure, in the focolare, but also in all your families, there is the Bible. But let's remember how they took it in consideration, Chiara and her first companions. They didn't stop at looking at that book there in the bookshelf and the best place in the home, but they took it in their hands. They started reading it and they started living it. And so from that small group that they were in the beginning, they were, and we reached the ends of the earth now. So how many are we today? I cannot tell you, because even if here at the center all the statistics have arrived, we haven't been able to count everything well to see how many we are today. But I'm sure we are more than that small group in the beginning. But I don't it's not exaggerated to think that in this moment, maybe hundreds and hundreds of people are listening to me today, and many others will also listen to it later on, and this message will be sent to many others. So let me dream. If I can dream, I'll tell you, if each one of you immediately, starting from right now, starts to live the Word of God as intensely as Chiara and her first companions lived it, we can truly think of many, many lights which begin to shine, and like luminous rays, they mark the ways of the world, inevitably attracting all those who are still in the dark. I imagine this world full of many, many lights, as many as all of us who want to live in this way. It could be, and it will be like this, a triumph of the light. And I really want to think of this, that Jesus, who said, I am the light of the world, he also said, you are the light of the world. So he identifying us, totally identifying us with himself. So how can we not expect everything and even more? How can we not think that the lights can illuminate? They will have the possibility to illuminate the world, all the points of the world, which is the world. And so I think that this will also bring about, as a consequence, the growth of the movement, certainly for the glory of God, for the joy of Chiara in heaven, for the good of all those who will near us in this year. And it's the wish that we ask ourselves, and also the pact that we declare ourselves all together, to start from this moment to bring all over the world the light of the lived out gospel, and to witness it with our lives and witness it also with our words. So I wish you a splendid year, full of light. Greetings to all.